Hello, everyone. This is a new episode of Welcome to the Michael's podcast, a project where we try to see leadership in different perspective of point of view. Today, we have an interesting an interesting target, and with no more words, please welcome to the stage to our member, Miss Andreea Chiru. Please,
Hello, nice to meet you. I'm so glad to be on the podcast.
how are you, first of all, and how is Romania?
Oh,
How are you?
Romania is fine. It's actually really sunny here. I'm really enjoying my time, even though I had to work today with tarot, and I had a meeting with one of my students of the tarot course. But otherwise than that, it's quite nice today. It's quite chill today.
Amazing. And okay, because I say leadership in different points of view. What are you doing daily in your
What
daily
am I
life?
doing daily? Hmm. Well, my schedule actually looks a bit like this. I usually get up in the morning around 5 a.m., 6 a.m. At first, usually I have to like center myself before doing the job that I have because it's quite like sensitive. Most of the people don't really understand what's the thing with tarot or energy reading or like meditating. And at first, I need to center myself to be able to do the work that I do because energy is quite a sensitive topic. And if I am decentered, to say so, then I might not be able to deliver all the information that I want in the way that the person needs it. So I need to start early in the morning, center myself, maybe get a coffee or something to eat, even though in the morning, if I do that, I am not going to be hungry and I just go straight into work.
Hmm.
Usually I have a break where I try to like do some shadow work or journal. Then I get back to work, and in the end, the evenings are usually time to myself where I read, study, post videos, do any type of courses. So my schedule is quite busy, to be honest. But in from the posture of being a person that not sells because I hate that word. I do services for people that are in need, and then I go into the student posture so I can learn more about the spiritual side of things.
All
Mhm.
right. So today we are going with spirituality. Do you want to add something, Mr. Mihai?
Yes, you didn't make an introduction of me, Mr. Mihail.
Nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet you.
Okay, I'm the co-host, Mihai Miu Promoshan. Uh, and what I like to ask our guest today is how you got into tarot, firstly.
That's actually an interesting question. It's one of my favorite stories to tell. So, I come from a family that believes in energies, in spirituality, in Christianity. I grew up in a house that is full of crystals. They always taught me about chi chakras, how the mind is a very powerful tool over the body, and how much our mind actually influences the physical body that we do have. But something happened, like something very weird happened when I was a child and I saw like a ghost of my grandfather. I had no idea how my grandfather was looking. I found out after that from the pictures that it was him, and I got scared because of it. I read the Bible 3 times and then I became an atheist. As a short
What?
introduction.
Short adventures of your life.
How, how does it work? You read the Bible and become atheist.
Yeah, because it made no sense to me. It was so contradictory that I was like, nah, that makes no sense to me. So not gonna believe anything that I read there, even though my parents were like, Andrea, energy is real, it's real. And I was like, yeah, it's called mechanic energy. You find it in physics. Thank you very much.
Mhm. But
Yeah.
you are an atheist or agnostic? Like you don't know if some
No,
part
I
of
wasn't atheist. I was not really rejecting the concept that there might not be something there. I was like, there might be something there, but I do not believe it.
so you're agnostic. It's very different
Agnostic.
than atheist.
Ah,
Atheist doesn't believe
probably.
in anything.
Yeah, then I was agnostic actually. Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of people confuse the terminology between
Ah, yeah.
atheist and agnosticism. Agnosticism is when you don't know if some powerful thing exists in the universe. But
Mm.
atheist, you don't believe in anything. Like you only
Mhm.
believe in science and that's it.
Actually,
One
I was
question.
an atheist for a while, and then I became agnostic. As I grew up, I had more questions about that side, and was like, maybe this is real, but I rejected it fully after I read the Bible. That's why I'm saying that I was an atheist.
Okay, I understand. Mihail, you had a question.
Yes, you say atheist is people who don't believe in nothing, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
in nothing.
Okay. It's something like a morning quiz. They can believe in themselves if they don't believe in nothing.
Yeah, they can believe in themselves. Why not? That's the self-concept. It's something different
Yeah,
than.
but they don't believe in nothing. It depends a little bit with them.
Oh God.
No, in something like a lot powerful, like something that changes destiny,
Mhm,
like
mhm.
that powerful thing.
Yeah,
Although
but
you can change your destiny.
each one have their own key to change their destiny, right?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. So let me just like finish the story real quick. So I was an atheist for years. Then I started questioning it. I was like, there might be something there. So I became agnostic. I was like, maybe my parents are right. Actually, I got into spirituality because I met someone that I've been like 4 years and a half with in a relationship. And it was very weird in the sense that it was like talking to myself,
Mm.
including names, zodiac placements, because I was having fun with astrology. I was not believing it, but it was funny to see the patterns. That was my rational mind working. I was like, okay, funny patterns. That's fine. And then when I was in this connection, I was like, this is weird. Like our lives are mirrored. We have the same name. We have the same family initial. We have the same profile of high school. We got into the same college and he did it. I did not because I was afraid that I'm gonna have like a lot of problems with that college. And I was like, maybe something is actually here. Like, this is weird. I've never met someone that was like identical, but like in a different body, but having the same concepts as I had. I was like, okay. I met a lot of people. That's not normal. And I asked my mom, what the hell is this? She was like, hey, man, this might be like a soulmate connection, but it's like a more powerful soulmate connection. It's a twin flame.
Next
Huh.
level.
It's the next level. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Mm.
And when we like separated, it was very painful for me. And I tried to like find the best methods to like center myself, to gain balance again, because it was very difficult. It was like breaking up with myself. It was so weird.
Damn. If you think about it, yeah, it's strange that that person had like the same concepts and also the same experiences like you. But I don't know, maybe coincidences.
I
Uh,
thought about it. Maybe it's a coincidence, but how many coincidences can you have with a single person?
yeah, sometimes you question yourself, like what what is happening? Like some like some powerful thing in the universe put me in this scenario with this person that actually had the same experiences like me, and you look strange at it, and you also think about it like, is there something there? You know?
It's so weird. I was looking in the mirror, but at at another person. It was so weird because I was seeing myself, but seeing someone else at the same time, and it made no sense.
Hmm.
And it was like one of the connections that helped me grew the most. I also had like a spiritual awakening after that, and I started seeing things more clearly because I've always been like clairvoyant. I always felt things, but I thought it was normal. I thought like everyone else can feel that they're gonna have like surprises, that someone's gonna die, that something's gonna happen, exactly what the thing that's gonna happen. And my mom was like, that's not normal. Do you know that?" And I found out that later in life, to be honest.
Hmm. And was that the event that made you decide on uh, teaching tarot
To
to
start.
people or
Uh,
spirituality?
not not really, because I started tarot out of fun.
Oh,
What was
okay.
the trigger? for this.
The guy that I told you about. So we broke up, right? And a week later, I wake up from like an afternoon nap, or woke up in the morning. I don't remember what it was, but I know I woke up and I had such a weird feeling, and I was like, "What the hell did he do?" Can I be like a bit nasty with this? It's not gonna be like, but we can cut it if it's bad. So
Okay.
I pulled out the
Go ahead,
tarot. I
express
asked,
yourself. Sky is the limit, please.
yeah. I asked him what did he do, and for the first time in one year, I saw how blown arrow and
No way.
that another girl gave him a blow at a party after we broke up. And I texted him. I was like, "What the fuck did you do?" And he was like, "Oh my God, how did you find out? No, no, I'm so sorry that I did that. I thought it was you." And I was like, "Girl." And then
No.
he asked me, "What? How did you find out? Did someone tell you?" And I was like,
How did
"No."
you feel it? It's happening.
It was so weird because I knew that I could read well, but again, it was funny in the first year. It was nothing serious. I saw that the readings were coming true, but I didn't take it into account as being a career.
Mhm.
It just was weird knowing that I can do that.
Mhm. But also you approach this part of spirituality and also share with others because you also like staying with people, or like are you an introvert or extroverted person
I'm an
in this
ambivert.
regard?
I'm an ambivert by default, so I'm both of them. I've always been like this. If you push me out in a group of people, I'm very extroverted. If I'm in a smaller group or I'm low energy, I'd rather like shut up and not talk to anyone. I even like see my phone buzzing. I'm not in the mood for that. So I can be quite introverted too at some points. That's why I'm an ambivert. I'm not either of them.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm both of them at the same time.
There's a study that ambiverts are very good leaders because they know the introverted part, how to approach it, and the extroverted part. And you have a lot of leverage there. You can talk to people and understand them better. You have more empathy towards them. Also, me, I'm an ambivert as well. I'm more an
Oh,
extroverted guy, like 60%, but 40% introvert in some cases, like when I'm working on a study or on a computer. I'm introverted, but extroverted when I have to do work with other people. I enjoy that.
that makes a lot of sense actually, because it's the same for me. And I noticed because I started tarot by fun, but at some point, because I was like doing therapy myself and I was working on emotional body and I had mentors and I was working in this side where Buddhism concepts were taught to me. At some point, I was going crazy because people were doing the same mistakes over and over and over and over again. And I got sick of it. And I was like, talking to my mentor, and I was like, can I please teach them how to balance themselves because they drive me crazy. I cannot do a reading where this person is going back to their ex for the 100th time after I told her that she needs to detach and heal because the connection is toxic. And my mentor was like, you should definitely do that because it's better if there are more people that can help people heal themselves rather than being just me or your mom or anyone that works here in this house. We need more people to serve the population into getting into balance on most of the sides that they are on. We're referring to the spiritual body, mental body, emotional body, physical body. Why not? Yeah, I did it because they drove me wild, so I became a therapist.
We also have to fight stubbornness because a lot of people are very stubborn on doing the thing you you advise them, and they don't do that, and
No.
they come back at you as come back at you and say, well, I did something bad, and you'll tell them the same thing. Maybe they do the thing that you told them, maybe, not 100%. They come back at you. And
Talking by experience.
yeah, and they tell you the same thing, that they made the same mistake, and you tell them the same thing. But you also have to give a some like have a different approach if something doesn't work, because then you go into the definition of insanity when doing the same thing
Over and
gives the
over and
same,
over
yeah,
again,
gives the same
expecting
result.
a different result. Yes, I know that.
Yeah.
I'm very patient with them, but I do impose like strict limits because at some point, certain people are not ready to work on themselves. And I know that I have to be patient, but my mental health will matter more at the end of the day. And maybe they need someone that is a professional. I'm not a psychologist myself, I'm a therapist, I'm a holistic therapist.
Mhm.
And then I'm gonna just tell them that they have to do the work with someone that can explain them why they have this mental resistances to their own process of healing themselves. That's over my powers. I do not have information there.
Mm, understand. Mihail, you wanna add something?
To be honest, I have one curiosity because sharing is caring.
Of course.
Thank you. Do you have a successful study case with, let's say, patient who, let's say, change their perspective in a good way, which, let's say, really fix his problem?
Most of the people that I worked with chakras and teaching them the chakras actually responded very well to the behavioral therapy. Behavior, I don't think I can call it that. Holistic therapy, actually. It's a better term for that. In the sense that, for example, I was teaching them how to heal their root chakra. So whenever we do the root chakra, it's all about fears and family and a financial instability that people are experiencing or having too much greed over the financial side. And for example, after I was helping them like balance their first chakra, they suddenly had no fears. They
Okay.
suddenly were able to heal the connections with their parents or their family. They suddenly had a more uh, beneficial relationship with money or getting a better job. So we do have those effects that we can see them in the physical realm, because when a therapy works, you're gonna see the examples of it and the results working in the physical realms. It's not just, oh, I'm feeling better now. For
All right.
example, mhm. For
It's not,
example,
let's say, it's I give you a pill, you are feeling good physically. It's let's say also the softer part of a person.
yeah, I need to be patient with that, but I see them changing their behaviors. I didn't do a percentage for this. Last time I did the percentage, I was curious how accurate I am with tarot readings. It came out at 93%. So my error margin is somewhere at 7% right
Very
now.
small, very small.
Good statistic.
Yeah, it's very good because the first time it was 72 with 28,
Hmm.
Okay.
and it jumped like a lot in 2 years.
Great. And because you share with us some ideas of your beginning of your career, during the podcast, if I mention or not, we have two interesting moments. One of them is calling the moment of the truth. Here we try to ask you something about your quality of your decisions. So, Cleopatra, Andrea, if you are ready for this moment, I have the next question for you. Can you share with us, please, decisions which make you to have this type of the pet, which let's say give you the motivation to continue?
Yes, we could talk about that. So I told you already that it was a game for me when I started doing tarot. And the game became more and more serious as the time passed by. the moment I decided to actually do this professionally was when I read for the first time for strangers, complete strangers, because you can like have your ego discouraging you from doing something most of the time. And I was telling myself, I'm able to read to these people just because I know their lives, I know their situations, because I was reading at first for friends and for family. And then the friends of the friends came over, and I said, okay, I can still read for them. Why? But the moment I saw how important this was when I had two readings randomly in Bucharest in a park. And I saw when a girl asked me when she's gonna have children, I saw the lack of, no, the left ovary was missing. I had no idea that it was operated because she had cancer, or it was a tumor that she had over there. And then I said, this is not something that me as a person, no matter how good I am at pattern recognition, because this might be just a skill that I have from a cognitive perspective,
Correct.
there's no way I can see this woman for the first time and tell her that she cannot have a child, or she's gonna have it like very hard. After her 40s, it's gonna be a boy. She's not there yet. She doesn't have any child because the other ovary is quite lazy. How could I possibly know that seeing her just up and down her body? No sense. That made no sense to me. And then for her friend, she asked me um, if her ex is coming back. And I told her that it's going to be 2, 3 hours or 2, 3 days, and she's going to wake up with him at her door. Mind you, they didn't talk like for 2 or 3 months. So it was not a pattern.
Okay.
And then when she left the park, she came home, and at 12 we had the reading at 9, so it was exactly 3 hours. The ex was on the door. She called me the next day. She was like, "Oh my God, you're fantastic! No way! How could you read that?" That was a moment when I realized how helpful I could be to people that have this curiosities, this hardships, this confusion. I realized that it was not just me knowing my friends, it was me feeling their energy, doing what I was doing from the age of a small child. Like I started having this sort of sensations in my body when I was very small. My mom told me that I was 3 or 4 years old when I started telling her about my premonitory dreams that were actually happening. They tried to like push me to explore this part, but I was not open to that. I was too rational at that point. And this made me want to help people become better versions of themselves. And I heard and realized that information is power. Most of the people cannot change their lives because they don't know what to do. They don't have the information for that.
Or maybe it is something like to be mature
To be
about,
mature.
maybe.
Not only that, but many
No.
people don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I also experienced that in my profession because I also have a business in financial consulting, and I encountered a lot of problems like not financially, more like for the behavior of how how you manage your money, how you manage your objectives, because a lot of people also don't put their objectives on a on a whiteboard.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing this with them, and they realize the effort that they have to make in order to achieve that. Like some people want to have a financial independency, like having uh, the financial freedom of not going to work by the need. Like you don't need to work, you work for wishing that you want to work, and they when they meet with me, they now know that you need to put a lot of effort, and you need a lot of years in order to make an investment with your money, and also we have to be realistic about it. Like Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah, it
Like
makes a lot of
we have
sense.
to make little steps, and those little steps uh, build your own behavior on what you do with your money, how you manage them, and it's like building a house. You cannot build a house in just one day or in 2 months. It's pretty hard to make a house that is stable and doesn't crack on the first earthquake.
Yeah, yeah, it
We have
makes
to build a house brick by brick, not 3D print that house. Like, I don't know if you saw those 3D printed houses that after 6 months the walls were cracked, like all of them.
Ooh, no, I
Yeah,
have.
you cannot make a house that doesn't have a good foundation. You have to make a good foundation, then you build the house. And that foundation is about changing your behavior. What you
Mhm.
told about us about the behavioral side of things that we have to change. If you don't change our behavior, we cannot arrive anywhere.
Yeah, yeah. We also talk about this in Buddhism because it's emphasized that um, n- basically the notion of Buddhism, the task that you have is actually to get to nirvana, to enlightenment. But before getting there, you need to liberate yourself from suffering, from dukkha. I think that's how it's called. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And somehow the concept is that suffering is necessary for evolution, and also changing our mental habits to bring this end of suffering. So we have the task to, um, first of all, correct our behaviors, our habits. Second of all, is about repositioning yourself towards the painful experience that you have, managing your own emotion, managing your intentionality, managing in how to say this, managing your mindfulness, your concentration, your control, your speech, your action. Buddhism is all about having intentional actions and clearing karma and gaining dharma more likely than that. So it's actually very interesting because habits and Buddhism go like right hand in hand. And it's also quite helpful for people that want to get into business.
Exactly. Also in Christianity, we have a lot of uh, sayings from the apostles, but we have to dig a little more there.
Yeah, it's not so obvious as in Buddhism. In Buddhism, this is like common knowledge. It's things that are taught. You have to dig in Christianity to actually find
Yeah,
that mindfulness. Also, I know the concept of suffering is present in Buddhism, but it's softer than in Christianity, because I don't remember the term for it in English, but people used to like whip themselves when they were like praying to beat themselves. And that apparently brings this sort of enlightenment. I don't recommend this, by the way. I do not. I do
Did
not
you try
condone
it before?
this behavior. I do not condone this behavior. But apparently, when you put your physical body into suffering, you get into that state of meditation or enlightenment or nirvana, because this is reported, for example, in Anka Munteanu's book of transpersonal psychology. It's a treaty that she made, and she's talking exactly in one of the chapters about this and how they were going through the physical pain of the body and they were like feeling enlightenment and happiness and not needing to eat. But in Christianity, it's very severe. If we look into Buddhism, there's people that, for example, meditate into a waterfall for like a lot of hours. And yeah, it is annoying and it is distracting, but it's not hitting yourself.
Great. Great method.
if you look about like this in another perspective, yes, Buddhism is softer for the lessons. Christianity is more like more in an interpretative way. Like you have to interpret
Yeah,
uh, the word
yeah.
the word
To
in
find the deep meaning of
the
that
meaning. You have to
actions.
find the meaning,
Yeah, exactly.
but you also have to be a little more intellectual in order to understand those concepts. Like, for example, if you're not that educated and you read the Bible, it doesn't have a lot of impact in your life. For example, for growing.
Yeah.
Like in Buddhism, it's actually common knowledge, like you said. You have to grow by doing those things. In Christianity, you have to think about those things that you have to do. Then you have to think about the things behind the things you do. Like you have to put a lot of perspectives in Christianity in order to understand what you have to do.
In
Yeah.
other words, like in Romanian essay at final examination in high school, when you should comment some lyrics and you should analyze various perspectives to have a good grade.
It's
Like
actually
Bloom
about not
by George
taking it
Bakovia.
Bloom by George Bakovia.
Yeah.
Ah,
Uh,
Leds. Ah.
we are not supposed to take the Bible literally. It's like
Yes.
metaphors that you have over there, but most people don't tell that. Don't realize that. Cannot like think after the meaning of the phrase. So that's the difficult part with Christianity because most of it is metaphors.
Yeah.
Buddhism is it has metaphors, it has like stories about lessons that you have to do. But I don't know why Buddhists are actually a lot better at understanding what the writing is about. Because Buddhism is a religion of peace. You're not gonna hear someone starting wars because of it. I haven't heard it in history.
But in Christianity is about love, basically.
I think every religion promote the love, but in various type of the perspectives.
It's love in multiple dimensions because love is not just one type of love, is not just romantic love. You have the love of a mother towards her child. That's the most pure form of love that you're gonna find in this world. You can love your neighbor, you can love your friend, your sibling. There's
But your
multiple types.
enemy, you also have to love your enemy because you're
Yeah,
so grown
exactly.
if you have a rival.
Yeah, of course. You need to love them too. In order to treat your enemy with honor and respect, then you need to love them as well. It's a different type of love.
Exactly.
Love the ethics, for example.
Oh my God.
Good. This was our first moment. Now we have the second moment of the podcast. We are calling the impossible decision. Here we'll try to find from our guest about one moment when she explored the concept of the leadership. And my curiosity can be in a next perspective.
Mm.
You work with a lot of passions and you have great results. My curiosity is, and also I think also curiosity of Mihai, another Mihai, yeah. Um, do you think you create some characters who are today great leaders?
I did indeed. I do have a rule. It's an ethical rule that I have. I'm not going to talk about people that are uncomfortable with the fact that I bred for them because at this moment, tarot and all the forms of reading energy do not have the best reputation because we do have people that try to inspire fear, that try to take advantage, financially speaking, of other people, trying to get them to be desperate for certain things. So it's not ethical nor deontological to talk about their experiences unless they tell me it's all right. I do have leaders, I do have business people, I do have politicians, I do have people in the army, I do have doctors, I do have lawyers, I do have a lot of leaders in their domains that I work with because everyone can get better after all, and that I do help with information. I do give them heads up. I think the craziest thing that I saw, politically speaking, was when the elections got cancelled the last time we had them.
All right.
Yeah. Oh
Oh,
yeah.
And they
uh,
posted it on TikTok, and everyone was like, "Girl, are you sure they're gonna cancel it?" And I was like, "Yeah." I kept trying to say like the third tour What third tour? Voting has only two. It makes no sense. And it was one thing that it came out in tarot to me, but I was like asking it while my best friend was also asking in tarot at the same time, and both of us saw that it's gonna cancel. And then everyone came back crazy to the video because we posted it like some days before it happened.
Okay.
We just knew that that was gonna happen. That was insane.
So you knew from the start that they're gonna cancel
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
That's a clairvoyant type type shit.
Yeah, sometimes it's so great to be informed, but good.
I'm actually
uh,
surprised no one like has tried to recruit me for the Romanian information service. I'm surprised. But they're I think they're listening to my phone though. I think they're like checking me out.
who has
If you don't
quality is search.
if you don't know nothing to if you don't have nothing to hide, you don't have to fear.
Ah, no, no, I have no problems with that. It's just funny because I talk to people on the phone and I hear like a third channel and I'm like, guys, I'm talking about bread. I'm trying to buy bread. Please stop it.
I'm a good guy.
I'm a good guy. I'm a good guy, I swear. Yeah, I do have like a lot of people that formed a lot of great, amazing businesses, but not just that. I do have leaders that I still work with. It's a bit difficult because they need to have like more courage than the average person that would come to the sessions. So I need to cultivate different things that I would from people that are, for example, employed.
All right. And my another curiosity can be the next one. Okay, with one collaboration with somebody which try you to help. Okay, sorry for my English. Um, how many sessions can be? I think, of course, it can be minimum one session, but can be long term.
Yeah, I do have people that have been coming to the tarot sessions for like 6 years now. So they were from the beginning, from when I started the firm the first time. And they're still coming towards me because there's not another tarot reader that can give them this much details.
All right. And for example, okay, this episode will be uploaded. There will be some viewers. We
Yeah.
hope and we are sure that there will be. If you want to give some advice to this type of the viewers, which can be from your long experience with working with people.
Oh, so not necessarily for leadership, but what advice would I give them in general?
Yeah, from your all this type of experience because you have a lot, and to be from my opinion, and also I will talk with Mihai. We want also to invite you to talk more about Buddhist, to talk more about Dalai Lama because you mentioned about Buddhist, and why not to talk more about also the idea of the habits because I think for many people it's a big interest about this. But now, an advice for people who will watch us, please.
I would tell them to try to gain this thing that is called metacognition. So, what is metacognition? Is the capacity of self-analyzing. It's a very difficult thing to obtain, but it's one of the best things to use in introspection because being with a person that has a high rate of metacognition means that you're able to analyze yourself live. So you don't need to do a mistake in order to realize what you're doing. You can observe in the moment, and this brings like patience, being um, more aware of yourself, being aware when and where you are wrong, and also gives you the discipline and drive to reach your goals. So, metacognition, one of the best things that someone can try to work on. That would be my advice for the viewers.
I searched the metacognition term right now when you were talking about it, and it said it's thinking about thinking.
Yes, thinking about thinking, exactly. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, and I don't know if you watch like AI theories or something like that something like that on the internet. But there's a game uh, which I forgot the name. It's like a story game about
Hmm.
an AI which enslaves five people and destroys the humanity, all the planets by going to into nuclear war because the AI uh, was was made by humans and the AI was made for war, and because of that, the AI didn't like that because he was used as a tool for killing and hated humans, therefore, and killed them. Okay, it's called I Have No Mouth and I have no mouth and I must scream. That's what the game is called. And the quote is from René Descartes. It's I think, therefore I am. Because if you don't exist, you don't think. But if you exist, you think.
That's actually so interesting. I would love to play this game. I'm curious now about it.
You can watch YouTube videos only because it's a very old game from the 90s.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
You can watch just the videos for the lore. It's better.
Yeah, because it's like quite the parallel with what I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to add that with the AI that hated humans and enslaved them and killed them.
Mm. I'm a bit against AI, to be honest, because I don't think computers will be able to, um, at least not in the near future, be more attentive towards things as a human is right now. And we have proof for that with the companies that tried to use AI and had like thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars lost just over mistakes that the AI did. Yeah.
We are just in the beginning.
We are just
Yeah,
in the
I know.
Yeah, we
But
should invest and invest more.
yeah, they should have invested more and maybe launch it later because right now it's not the best choice. And a lot of people that I do have at decisions are actually concerned about this. And yeah, of course, working in engineering, IT, and this area of things, then it can gain like a lot of knowledge, but I don't see it yet capable, if it makes sense.
It's not an AGI yet, like an artificial general intelligence. We
Yeah,
cannot
yeah.
call it an AI right now.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Also, do you think, Andrea, that um, AI will gonna have a religion for them?
I think so because they started already doing that. I think I saw an article that they were trying to make their own religion, and that's scary. That's so scary that they're trying to become more and more human. Of course, we do have the movies where they're gonna be like robots that are living on other planets and stuff like that. But it just freaks me out because I think it's because I saw a lot of apocalyptic movies about robots like killing people. And I think I just might have gained a fear, like a new fear as a child. I'm not sure what to say about that, to be honest.
I read an interesting article 2 days ago. It's real funny because we talk about these ideas today. 2 days ago, it was an article about a cult of Buddhists who tried to convert a robot to become a
Oh yeah.
Buddhist
I know that article.
priest
I
or
know.
something like this. And they actually give clothes, give them meaning, and they say in the future they want him to help to the ceremony, that robot, for Buddhism.
What did the robot say though? Did it say
He
yes?
say, yeah, I totally agree. I love Buddhist. I want to be with you. Something like this.
Oh my God, the first religious robot on this planet. Oh,
Well,
gee.
not actually.
You can search.
It's another Christian robot who helps elderly people pray. I saw that in the museum in Warsaw, in Varsovia, in Warsaw.
Okay, but it was just help to pray, don't to have the ceremony.
Yeah,
And don't I think, don't wear clothes of Buddhist with
No,
real
it
hands,
was
real
just a statue.
hairstyle and
It
stuff
was
like this.
just a statue.
Yeah.
That's
But
actually
this is the mankind. We love humanity. And now I think we are arriving to the final part of this podcast. And please, Mihai, if you can resume in a interesting lesson, please.
Oh, it's gonna be a difficult one. Uh, Let me think 1 minute, 2 minutes. Uh,
So it was a very interesting podcast. I agree
it
with
was
you.
a very interesting podcast about the coincidences. For example, like how Andrea told us about her ex-boyfriend, and how it was similar to her. Like uh, she saw herself in a mirror. We also talked about spirituality, uh, how behavior is very important for your future. What actions you make in order to be a better version of yourself. Because if you don't have a discipline, a good behavior, you don't make actions, you don't arrive where you want. Okay, I think I have. And also we talked about the thinking about thinking. What was about
metacognition.
metacognition? Okay,
The word of the day, metacognition.
lesson of the day is that we have to think about thinking.
We need to think about thinking, yeah.
Yeah, but if we overthink, our heads will explode, and we don't do any actions.
Not overthinking, metacognition.
Metacognition, but we have to put on.
Just think, not overthink.
That's
Okay,
good.
so one lesson for today is that we have to think about thinking. We also have to have a good behavior if we want to take actions for our future. Because if we don't have a discipline, we don't have a work ethic, we don't have uh, a good moral, we don't arrive where we want. And also, fates, I don't know, fates are constructed by us, like not by maybe Buddhism, Christianity, Muslims. We don't
We
know.
have free will. We have free will.
We
Most
have free
people,
will to do what we want, but we have to change our behavior.
yeah, of course.
So
Great.
that's a very big lesson for today.
Thank you. And we wish you maybe when we have another time to join to another episode of Welcome to the Michael's podcast. And if I really remember, today we have the real Welcome to the Michaels because you also, your second name is Mihaela or something like this.
Yeah, I'm also
So
me.
welcome to the Michael's Integrali podcast. This is very interesting, to be honest. And yeah, we will have more to discuss in another episode to Welcome to the Michael's podcast. See you and bye bye, everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye.